Crafty, is it really? Yeah, her name is Crafty. Yeah, girl, let's see here. CraftyRia, yeah, CraftyRia. I said Crafty makes all sorts of stuff. I said, well, CraftyRia, she's tough and cool. CraftyRia, yeah, CraftyRia. I said Crafty makes all sorts of stuff. I said, well, CraftyRia, she's tough and cool. Yeah. Ever since she was a little girl, she's dead. I like to make things with my hands. I like to make some art that I can put up on a wall, or maybe put it in the mail, and maybe someday someone will get it, you know. Yeah, you know I like to make myself some Christmas cards. Yeah, I like to make all types of stuff. I like to take little scraps of paper. I like to put them all together real cool. Yeah, don't you know that it's fun? I like to do it. Yeah, yeah. Say CraftyRia, that's the name. Yeah, CraftyRia. Say it now. Crafty makes all sorts of stuff. She does now. CraftyRia, she's tough and cool. Yeah. You know, she streams on YouTube. It's true. You just gotta put a name right in there, hit subscribe. You should. Yeah. And all you ever see are both her hands, you know. Makes me kind of suspicious, you know. That's all I'm saying. You know, maybe she's not a human being. I mean, it's possible. We got all types of things in the chat. You know, we got cows, we got chickens, we got people who supposedly have faces. We got all types of people here too. Yeah. You know, maybe she's, you know, maybe she's some kind of creature. Maybe she's got tentacles. I mean, I don't know. Maybe she's got tentacles and she's got hands, animatronic human hands on the ends of two sticks, and she just puts those in front of the camera and does all the crafts, which would make it even more impressive than it already is. You know, just the dexterity involved in such a thing. You know, it would be ridiculous, you know. Yeah. Don't you know her name is CraftyRia? I figured out a secret. She's an octopus. I said she's an octopus, ladies and gentlemen. And that's what it is. Stuff I said. Yes. CraftyRia, she's tough and cool. Yeah. You know, I figured out a secret. I always wondered how she could make all her crafts so fast. Turns out she's got 8 tentacles. She can make 3, 4 different crafts at one time. She could be making a Christmas card over here. She could be unboxing like VB crafts and flamingo diamond paintings and sealing wax embellishments with the others. You know, she could do all types of stuff, man. You know, all at once. You know, she could split her octopus brain into all types of different, you know, things. Yeah. She's tough, yeah. Let's talk about it. CraftyRia. She streams on YouTube, yeah. CraftyRia. With her human hand extensions. Makes all sorts of stuff. I said the diamond painting. Diamond painting. I said diamond painting. Just one pro use. You're sick in the head. That I'll tell you what, that boy ain't right. He just say he ain't right, man. Let me tell you, you know, jeez, dude. CraftyRia, she's tough. Yeah. CraftyRia. CraftyRia. Yeah, maybe she has an OnlyFans. please do.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Monday Night Live. I hope everyone's having a great day this awesome Monday evening, November 17th. November 17th. It's my birthday week. I should know the date. I should. All right. And let's see. Tonight, I have some mail to open. I did go to the post office box, finally, and I did get some mail. And let's see, I have some people to welcome in. Welcome in Christine, Diero, Destalou, Angela, and Anne. And Stream Elements is, try it again, Angela. I don't know why Stream Elements is being misbehaving. I don't know. It doesn't wake up for some reason. Stream Elements is slacking today. There we go. It's working now. All right, Diero, I know you're lurking. I know. Today I have a Mad Lib in this book, and this light on this. One of my lights is very bright. Let me turn it down. It needs coffee. Yes, it does. Let me see. Let me see if I can turn. That might be better. I have these fancy lights and I can adjust them with my phone. It's really kind of cool. Or I can get up and adjust it by hand. I don't know why it waits. I don't need to be here for it to work. I don't know why it just takes like 5 minutes for it to load or something. But it has nothing to do like what scene I'm on, like if the song is playing or not. So I don't know. I don't know why. It's just that kind of thing. So anyway, I have a Mad Lib out of this Christmas book. It is not a Christmas Mad Lib, but it's in this Christmas book. And if someone would like to volunteer to be the Mad Lib word picker, I would greatly appreciate it. Just type volunteer in the chat. And you could do ! Mad Lib and see how they work. Thank you, Angela. I appreciate you. I will ask for the different parts of speech, and Ange will take note of all of your answers, and she will pick however many I need, and we'll put them in the Mad Lib. And Ange, you will be excited to know. Look what I found. Do you know what this is? Do you know? Does anybody know what this is? I'll leave it there for a minute. I found it. It was on my desk the whole time. All right. First word of the Mad Lib. We're going to need, I didn't mark how many of these things I need. Oh, it's not a photo. Well, technically it is a photo book. It's not bling. Technically, it is for photos. Sketchbook, yes. Ange knows what it is. She's an OG. All right, let me mark on here. I need to make all my adjectives purple. This is what I do before my stream. Adjective, purple. So I know how many of each. I know. Let's go with pink. I can't show you what I'm doing, otherwise you'll see the Mad Lib. Let's see, I'm going to do nouns in pink. Noun, noun, noun. Let's do those separate. Plural nouns in yellow, because we'll do them separate since there's a lot. Plural noun. Oh my goodness, there's a lot of verbs too. I'm running out of colors. A blue. I'll do verbs in blue. Verb. Okay. So the first thing we need, this way I can easily see how many of each I need. Let's get back in there. All of you, get back in there. My messy, don't look at my messy stuff. Let's start with adjectives. We need 1, 2, 3, 4 adjectives. 4 adjectives. Turn this around so my scissors are facing out. Okay, and my bone folder is in there. Very good, very good. This is number 7. Okay, this is my sketchbook, and I went through a series on my regular YouTube videos where I was doing like a sketch a week, and then of course I fell off and stopped doing it. So we have, this is card sketch number 1, and sometimes it's good to see it like this rather than a pre-made card, so you have no preconceived notion of the style of card. And then we have number 2, number 3, it could go, I mean, they could go either way. But like there's ribbon, that sort of thing. Number 4, number 5, and Ange says number 7. That's number 6, and this is number 7. Is that the one you were thinking of, Ange? Number 7. Number 8. Number 9 is upside down. Oh, I could try that with one of the cards today. Number 10. Number 11. 12. 13. I don't need to count. 14 and 15. Do them all. 16 and 17. 18. I started putting sometimes the dimensions on there. 19, 20. And like this was, I put on here special thanks to Laura Peters because she posted a card and I copied it. So we have that. We have 23. I didn't do too bad. 24, 25. How many do I have? 26, 27. Not too bad. And I have some extras that I never did do yet. So number 9 could be good for a Christmas card because you could cut it into strips and separate it. That's a fun one to do. But Ange wants to see 7. I don't know if I have stuff that would work with 7, but we'll figure it out. And it says here embossed background. You can use any kind of background. The one that I got the idea from had an embossed background. I know, I better get cracking. But guess what? I did. I have a lot to do. I know. I went to the post office and I have mail. And there's a lot of, I know I'm not making that many cards. I did go to the P.O. box and I got some mail. And I will share this mail with you. The first thing I got here, it's a little bent because they bent it to cram it in my box. I need to put it under a heavy book. So we have this here. It says Create Art. And this is from Jennifer Reese. And she also, in a separate envelope, sent me this cool Halloween card, which uses a whole piece of ribbon. I have a bunch of wide ribbon like this. I don't know what to do with it. This is a really cool mini slimline card that, I don't know what you'd call it. I'm calling it mini slimline, that can use that ribbon. It's a great idea. And then she even decorated the inside. So anyway, there. So I got those 2 from Jennifer Reese. And then I got this here from Michelle. I got this Halloween card, and I have that same paper. I've used it on my stream. I like the window. That's a great idea. And I'm pretty sure you shared this paper with us in a swap. I'm pretty sure I did because I know I have that paper. And And then she shared these eyes with me. These are eye stickers. So very cool. And that's from Michelle. And then she sent me a happy birthday card. Look at this paper. It's got toucans and peacocks. Very cool. And she sent me a scrap of it. This was the 6x6 paper that she scored at Ollie's. I went to Ollie's also the same day I went to the post office. They had nothing. Nothing. But this paper is awesome. I wish they had it at Ollie's. I would have bought it. She also sent me a cool sticker. I cannot wear this until Thursday, but I will wear it on Thursday. I need to put it somewhere where I'll remember to wear it on Thursday. And then there was this note in my box to go to the desk to pick up a package. And I hate when that happens. But the post office happened to be open when I was there. When did I go? Friday. And so I went to the desk. And he brings out this package. I'm going to keep it upside down because the other side has addresses on it. And it is, I don't even tell, it's all dirty on the outside. All dusty and dirty. And he laughed and he looked at the label and he says, you know, this is from November of 2024. And he said, I can't believe it's been that long since you've picked it up. I'm like, no, I've been here many times in the past year. It has not been there since November of 2024. In fact, I was here like a month ago and there was no indication that I had any package. Anyway, and then he laughed. He says, well, it could have been on the floor, could have been under something, you know. So anyway, yeah. And like, it was all dirty. I mean, and he says, well, I know I've seen it here for about a week. And I'm like, it could have been there for a week, but now there have been cards that I got in my box to come to the desk before. And I've been to the desk and every so often they're like, no, we don't have anything for you. So I don't know what they did with this package for a year, but I'm glad I got it. It's from Jennifer Reese. So Jennifer, if you're watching, I finally got this after a year. A week, a year, big difference. I know. No, it's November of 2024. The postmark is on it. And it's pretty funny. And like I said, the package, I wiped it off. It was grimy and dirty. Really funny. But she put a nice little note. It is a Christmas card from last year. So either that or a very early Christmas card from this year. This is the card she made for me. Thank you, Jennifer, last year for the Christmas card. You don't have to send me one this year now because I just got it. And it's really pretty. Look at how pretty that paper is. Super cool. And this does remind me, I need to what was I going to say? I need to set up the Christmas card exchange. So look at this neat folded card. Very cool. And she sent me 2 samples of those. I like it. I like it. I'm going to have to work on that. And then in here is this beautiful peacock diamond painting. How awesome is that? Love it. And look, it's been waiting for me for a whole year. I know, a week, a year, same thing. This, and it's, what do I want? Ombre paper. We have the blue to green. This is like peacock colors. Love that. And then the rainbow colors. Love it. Yes, they are sparkly papers, and I think it's a 12 by 12, probably cut in half to be 6 by 12, which is great. It's great for cards. So, yeah. Gorgeous. Thank you so much, Jennifer. I'm glad it finally got here. I'd hate to have seen, I know how long these take to do, and I'd hate to have seen that all that work go to waste. I love that. I will put that in a little frame. And I'm going to keep these cards out as a reminder to try making those. And I will hang this up this year. This is my first Christmas card. That's what I'm going to say this year. It's my first Christmas card. I know. Good thing it was in a bubble wrap envelope. But the outside of the envelope was pretty dusty. Not really too beat up. It's just, it looks like it had been on the floor. I think it got like shoved under boxes and on the floor or something. I don't know. But I'm happy it got to me. It's such a shame when people, you spend a lot of money on postage. And it takes a year to get here. The guy, he did laugh. He thought it was pretty funny. And I'm like, no, I have been here. And he's like, well, I can tell because your box gets emptied. And I'm like, yeah, I'm sure it just got shoved under something. So what happened is I went there on one of those times with the slip that they put in my box. And they said, no, they didn't have it because maybe it had fallen on the floor or something. And then someone found it and picked it up and put it in the slot. And since I had already cashed in the slip, there was no need for me to ever go back. And it had been sitting in there for months. And someone said, maybe we should put another slip in her box. I don't know. That's what could have happened. So, I don't know. Anyway, it's a mystery. Maybe Byron had something to do with it. I wonder if it had anything to do with Byron. But I'm glad it came because I love glitter paper and all of the things. All right. We still need... Welcome in, the Lady K, Kim. Welcome in. I hope you are doing well as well. I hope everyone is doing well. We need adjectives for the Mad Lib. So feel free to put some in there. And yeah, we'll go from there. Now, Ange wants me to do number 7. By the way, Ange's birthday is Friday. My birthday is Thursday, and Ange's birthday is Friday. It's very exciting to have 2 close birthdays. I'm looking to see if I have a card that I could cut 3 small little squares from. These cards all have a kitty theme. I have one I know that has squares. I have to find it. It could be in my drawer. Although I do have 3 of those right there that I could use if I can't find the other one real quick. I won't look too much. I'll look a little bit. I know I have one that I'm thinking of that I never know what to do with. I always keep putting it back because I don't know what to do with it. I'm just quickly looking. And the one who is always forgotten. Who's forgotten? Are you forgotten, Desta? When is your birthday? Welcome in, Michelle. I just opened your mail. I got your birthday card and Halloween card. Thank you so much. Let me see. Where? Last Friday. Oh, happy last Friday birthday, Destaloo. I forgot. I'm a bad person. I'm sorry. This might be good. Angela yes, Angela is good at letting us know, letting people know. Thank you, Ange. I appreciate that. All right. I'm going to look through one more little handful. Oh, I don't know where that card is. Here it is. I found it. That's it. Yay. Now I have this whole stack of cards to put back. I have a drawer right under my desk. It's like literally right there underneath one of those big plastic drawer things that I have all these Christmas cards in. Millions of them. I tell you, I have millions. Maybe not millions, but I have a few. These, they're not quite, they're a little too tall, but I think we could do it. So sketch number 7, let's try. Let's play around with these little squares, rectangles. That could be neat on a card sketch as well. Let's see, where am I going to put these? I'm going to put these right. Oh, no, they're going to fall. All right. I put that stack on something crooked, and they started going, boom, avalanching. All right. Okay, here we go. Let's do it. Let's make card sketch 7, which means I have to cut these little guys out. I'll try to leave a little bit of a white border around the edge. Oh no, this white border is not going to be even. Same day as King Charles. Well, see, there you go. It's a famous birthday. Does anybody else know famous people that share your birthday? Oh. All right, I'm going to go inside the line on these 3 because I screwed up. My birthday is the same day as what's his name? Oh, why does my brain blank out? Oh, the guy from Family Feud. The first guy from Family Feud. I can't think of his name. No, the older guy. Yes, Richard Dawson. Thank you. My brain blanked out. I don't know why I couldn't remember it. And also, Joe Biden has my birthday as well. I'm sure other people do that I just can't think of right now. Those are the 2 that stick out in my head. All right. I'll cut this out. And let's cut this little piece down here out. Is there a sentiment? No, but I could put this down in the corner. I thought maybe there was a place for a sentiment. But that could go down. I'm not sure I like that one as much. I definitely like that. Let's see. I like that. I like the stocking. And I like that. I'm going to do those 3. Brian Keith. Oh, the writer of Pippi Longstocking. Very cool. It's fun to find out who you share a birthday with. At least I think it is. Famous people are overrated. I don't know. I kind of do like that. But I like the stocking for sure. All right, we'll go with the stocking. I will put these aside. Maybe Ange will get some of those in her thank you pack of the. I do love this one a lot. Let's do those three. Like that. And then this will go down in the corner. I don't have an embossed thing, so we will have to find, let me look at patterned paper. Not that patterned paper. Oh, that's Salutations. That's not the right kind of patterned paper either. Where are all my Christmas patterned papers? Ooh, maybe not patterned paper. What about this paper? Yes, let's do this. That paper. I don't know where my patterned papers are. I don't know. All right, and let's see. This is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. Yes. I just wanted to make sure this was a normal card front. It was kind of sticking up out of my thing. All right. So I will cut this at 4 1/8. I'm going to trim off this little edge because it's kind of wonky, little crimpled. Is that a word, crimpled? And I'm going to take off a sliver off of the top. The edge of this is kind of, you know, crimpled. There we go. That gives a little bit of a white edge. And how about green ribbon? Here's the card sketch, and I wrote up there, I wrote ribbon, but you could do a strip of anything. It doesn't have to be ribbon. But let me see how this green looks. Yeah, I like the green because it has gold and the green. It looks really good with it. And let me give this a trim. There. Do you like my little ribbon holder? It keeps my ribbons from unraveling. If you guys want, I will do a video on how to make these. There are some videos on how to make them, but you have to measure and all of this stuff. And it's made for Stampin' Up! Ribbon, but I found a way to do it without having to measure. And it doesn't matter what brand of ribbon it is. It can be any size spool. So we have this. I want to see how far over to put it. And I also want to make sure, hopefully, these three will fit. They will. They will fit. Okay. So I'll do it right along there, kind of. It's a neat gadget, and I use scrap. I save the pieces of white on the back of cards. Like this that I just threw in the trash. Like this here. And you can cut a strip from the cards that you throw in the trash and make them. So they can be totally free to make. All right, let's put this down. Yes, I love to recycle. There. So yeah, you don't have to have anything special at all. You do not have to measure. And of course, Stampin' Up! Has you use their special punch. All you need is an X-Acto knife to cut out a little hole in the middle, some sort of a knife, pair of scissors, paper trimmer, things like that. You don't need anything fancy to make them. And I've been using them for a while. They work on any size ribbon, and they are wonderful. Okay. All right, so we have that background, and we're going to do these three. And I'm going to adhere these down with some glue dots, balloon dots on the back, since it's going to have to stick onto this chunky ribbon. And these balloon dots are really good for chunky sticking. The adhesive is pretty strong on them, and it grabs onto stuff pretty good. This ribbon is from, I don't know who made this ribbon. Let's see. This is So Trendy from Darice, and it does have some glitter fallout. All right, let's see. Where do I want to put these before I take the backers off? I'm going to switch those two. Okay, let's do it that way. And Ange, when you get a chance, if you could pick me some of those adjectives, I will take them. When I do something with three like this, I usually put the top and the bottom, and then I can center this one in the center. Yeah, no hurry. No worries. And that way you can, I'm just eyeballing it, and you can kind of get them sort of even. And this is red. I have a whole pack of this paper. It looks like wrapping paper. It's actually pretty thick cardstock. Let me grab the rest. But wrapping paper, red wrapping paper would work. I've got this whole stack. It's actually called origami paper on Amazon. This is not origami paper. This is cardstock. It is, you could not fold this into an origami thing. So I got it because it was the foil, and I thought it was really cool. And when I found out how thick it was, I was like, well, this is not origami paper. Good thing I didn't want it for origami. So anyway, that is what that is. But yes, you look at your stores. Oh, this has to be, yeah, I don't think I'm going to use that on there. Thank you, Kim. This is fun. But yeah, you don't have to have, what was I going to say? You don't need fancy stuff. You could use wrapping paper. Look in your stores after Christmas for wrapping paper on sale, because you might find stuff that you can use to craft with. I'm going to use that leftover piece to mat that, but I am going to trim this edge because it has a crimple on the corner. I made that word up today. Okay. Also look at junk mail that you get. Sometimes the envelopes are really cool, or things have packaging. Like you might get a bubble envelope that is pretty like that. I'm going to put this down in the corner. Okay. All right. Put that in there. There we go. Sketch number 7. Done. Also, when I see sketches, when I see cards that you guys put in the Facebook group, a lot of the times I will be like, oh, I want to make a sketch out of that. And I probably will. All right, crafty, whiny, invisible, and autumnal. Do we need 3? 1, 2, 3. We just need 3. So crafty. Whiny. And invisible. Where's the other adjective? Okay. Oh, I like it. Invisible. Invisible. All right. The next thing we need, let's do 1, 2, 3 nouns. I may have said 4. I meant 3, but it's okay. We need 3 nouns. Watch, later on I'll go back and be like, I need another adjective. We need, I think it's verbs are 4. 1, 2. No. Verbs are not 4. Don't listen to me. We do need 4 adjectives. We do. See, I can't run the show without Ange. Okay. There. Nouns are 3. So anyway, there we go. We have card sketch numero 7. All right. Let me get a drink. And let me see. Let me see if I can find a card. You know, sometimes cards have the picture on the front and a small picture on the back. That would be perfect. Let me see if I have one of those. This is a neat little thing. That is not one. These are slimline. I got kid cards because I was going to do kid crafts for a different thing. That's not going to work. That's not going to work. I have to have a particular type of image for that. And these kitty cards are probably not going to work. I need more of a scenic card. And it has to be able to be cut small. And it has to have a little image of a piece of bling. Okay. Oh, I put those door cards out because I was thinking of a door card project. Where are the ones I had last week? Here's more regular. I'm going to put these kitty ones to the side because I don't think they're going to work for very many of these kind of sketches. All right, let me find a little something. No, because I need it to be able to be cut in half. Not in half, but a lot of these don't have backs either. Let me see. That's not going to work either. Needs to be... I have a lot of those. A lot of these are new. I don't want to cut those apart. Oh, I've got this paper too. Let me put this paper aside. See if any of these would work. No. Nope, nope, nope. All right, these are not going to work. I'm going to set this aside and I will just work with what I have and I'll know it when I come across it. Let me grab a stack of these cards and see if anything in here would work. I know what kind of image I want. I just have to find the right one. Let's put those over there. Okay. This might work, but there is no little image on the back. I'm going to put this aside though, because I might have a little snowman I could use. Oh man, when I want something and I know what I want, I can't find it. But normally I see these type of cards all the time. It has to be a certain thing, and I'll know it when I see it. That's almost it, but not quite. I'm going to take it out. It could be. I don't think it's going to work though. I don't know about the snowman. I don't know. It would really be a stretch. Let me look through a few more before I make up my mind. I might find the perfect thing. I should have looked while I looked the first time for that other card. I don't like that card. Okay. I saw one that would work, but I don't like the card. That might work. Okay, let's do, I'm going to try the snowman, I think. Let's put these back. Let's see if I can get them back in the drawer. Enough to close the drawer. That would also work. Maybe. Maybe. Not sure. Okay. So here's the idea. Oh, and then there's still a neat little piece in there. But I think I could do it with this. It doesn't have a snowman on the back. Oh, but it has that little tree. Ooh, that'll work. Let's do it. Let's do it. All right, I'm going to do my best to cut this apart. I can have this piece here. I can have a sliver of this over here. And that little piece there. Yeah. Let's do this. Okay, so here's my my guide. Let me cut the top off, the front off. There. And carefully cut out this piece here. We'll cut that tree. That'll work. Yes, I'm very excited. I'm not sure if this writing... No, I can't use the sentiment because this writing goes up into it, unfortunately. But oh, let me cut this. All right, I see the nouns: loincloth, crochet hook, and mushroom. Okay. Okay, so we have this piece to be the little decorative piece, unless I use a snowman. I will have to decide. Okay. Loincloth, it's a good thing. Loin cloth. I'm going to have to add a word here. There. Just to make it work in the sentence. Mushroom. Mushroom. Okay. Now we need, how about a type of liquid? Do I want to use a color? I think I'll stick with white as my background because the snowman is white and I happen to have white cardstock. And I can use a card base and trim. Let me grab a card base. There we go. I think this would go pretty good on the white. Yeah. I might mat it on red to make it the right size, or just trim the card base down. So I'm going to cut off how much? 1 inch. I'm going to cut 1 inch off of this edge here. One inch? No. A half an inch. 1 inch. One. So this is 4 1/4, so I'm going to take it to 3 1/4. That's awfully wide. Is really this whole piece 1 whole inch? It is. Okay. 3 1/4 here. There, cut that off. Okay. And then I'm going to score along that edge. A left-handed friend had surgery today on her left shoulder. She just texted me that learning to use her right hand was going to be difficult. I told her most of us do it quite well. True. That's a true story. So I'm going to cut, I'm going to score this at 3 1/4. So you have this little piece that is scored there. This is a fun fold. This is this here card. So you take a regular card base, you can cut your own regular A2 size card base. I cut off 1 inch off of this front and I scored that at 1 inch. Okay, have you ever made this card, Michelle? I'm going to take this just to get an idea of how wide. So part of his arms are going to get, I want to keep this in. Part of his arms, though, we're going to get cut off a little bit. But that's okay. I want to make sure this gets in. So I'm going to go to as close to this bird feeder as I can get. And then I'm going to flip it over and make this at about, this is what, 3 1/4. I'm going to make this at about 3. I hope it doesn't chop the poor snowman too much. Not too bad. There. So we have him there. We get the idea that he is this happy little fun snowman. And I think I'm going to take a little bit off the top of this just to make the matting match up. To make it look like it was meant to be, you know. on this card. There we go. You can find one that fits better if you want. But I have this. Then I'm going to decide. I think, do I want... I think I'll go with this. You only need 5. I'm going to take a little bit of this tree off here. And it's an inch. So I'm going to need like 3/4 of an inch. I do want to keep this end of the tree and that end of that bird. I want that, and then I will come here and, oh, that's not going to give me much of that tree. Let's go over here. Make it a little wider. Let me see how that looks there. Yeah, I think that'll be okay. I think I could still take one sliver off of this edge. Okay. And just going to get a lot of scraps today. So we have this. And I'll put my piece down here a little bit so that tree doesn't look so wonky. It'll look okay. And then this could be a gift tag. That would make a really, really cool gift tag. Okay. I will watch out for them. I probably won't. Oh, I just want to say there is no stream next Monday. I probably won't get to show them then until December. So we have this piece and this piece here. Now, of course, you can make these dimensions really anything you want, whatever fits your picture, whatever fits your card best. There, so we have that. So we have that so far. And that in itself is a fun fold. But we're going to have an even more fun fold. Let me get this white cardstock that I threw in the trash from before. My trash doesn't have anything dirty in it, by the way. I only put paper in it because a lot of the times I reach in and grab out things. I want it clean on both ends. All right, we have a liquid unsweetened cranberry juice. Ugh. I love cranberry juice, but unsweetened cranberry juice is very bitter. Okay, unsweetened. Juice. Kim says, I'm going to try this card tomorrow. I have never done anything like this before. This looks fun. Excellent. Excellent. Okay, that was our liquid. Now we need, let's do a number. Any number you want. You like a challenge? Yes, this is a good one. That is dirty there, but I'm going to cut it from this side. So how big is this? It's almost an inch. So I'm going to go like 1.25 inches. I'm going to go 1.5 inches. I can always cut it smaller. Let's see. Okay, yeah, I do need to cut it small. I should give her a challenge. Yes. Post it in my in the Facebook group if you're there, Kim. That should be good. And let me I know. Challenges are great. I have a friend on Twitch that plays music, Stephen Shaw, and he and I challenge each other to songs. He's had me learn songs, and I've had him learn songs. So it's really kind of fun. Oh, this is going to be too big because it's going to cover up. I need something smaller. Because it will cover up that. I don't want it to cover up that. I mean, it could. And then, yeah, when it's open, then you see that. I think I'll do that. That's what I'll do. So I don't have a cardinal sticker. I know I don't have anything cardinal handy. But then that'll it'll be hiding behind this tree. I think that's kind of cute though, because when you open it, you'll be able to see that. It's kind of neat. It adds a little element to the card. I'm going to leave it like that. I'm going to put a lot of adhesive right along that edge there. You only want to put adhesive on the piece that's going to be on this side. And I want to kind of cover up this tree. And have the little bird feeder hiding behind that tree. There. And then when it opens, you can see the whole thing. I think that's kind of cute. That'll work. Also, I did not fold this piece. That I didn't crease it back. You should crease this piece back first. And that way it goes better. So there. So you can hide something behind it or not. It just happens. I hid it behind it because that's the way it came about. And she did put a little something on the inside there. Let me see. I could make this a tag. Party on the inside. Yes. How about if I put this over here as a party on the inside instead of making it a tag? Or I can do a better party on the inside. I have an idea. I have an idea. I'm going to make a tag, but I'm going to have it tuck into a corner on the inside or into a little pocket. Yep, I'm going to have it tuck into the inside. Yeah, bookmark or, yeah. So I just cut this piece in a rectangle. And this here fits there. But to make it more interesting, I'm going to cut this from corner to corner. Try to line it up as best I can. It is not perfect, but that is okay. Or I could even use this piece. I like this piece better. So I will put that piece there, and then this will tuck into it like that. So I'm going to use a little bit of glue rather than tape. I'm going to use this glue because it dries fast. This is fabric tack. I like to use glue for pockets because then the thing you're sticking in it doesn't get stuck to it. If you put tape down, then what you're sticking in it could get stuck to it. So this is going to go here. There. So we have that little pocket in there. And I'm going to give this edge a trim because it is a little, it's a little wonky. It has been used, this card. There. Okay. And then I'm going to get my corner chomper. This is the We Are Memory Keepers corner chomper. And I'm going to use it comes with a large and a small. I'm going to use the large angle. And I'm just going to chomp the top two corners. And that way it could be a tag or a bookmark. And then let me get my hole punch. This is just a regular office store hole punch, and I'm going to punch a hole in the center of the top. Just eyeball it. It's not perfect. And I don't have any thin ribbon handy nearby, but I will probably use red. And I'm looking to see if I have any red. I don't have anything red handy, but I will put a piece of red ribbon or yarn or something like that up in the top. And then it will get tucked in here. And I don't want to shove it in all the way yet because the glue is still wet and I don't want that to pop off. But anyway, there we go. Yes, 1/8 inch satin. I don't know what I have in the 1/8 inch satin world. But I will look. I have some smaller satin ribbons in a in this little ribbon organizer thing that is not within reach. But I will find something that will go with it. I do have some ribbon that looks like snow, so that would work as well. I may have to trim a little bit off the bottom if it doesn't sit in there perfectly, but I think it should. Yeah, it would fit in there just nice. And remember, this card is a little shorter than an A2 size card, so there'll be extra room in the envelope if the ribbon will hang up over the top. It'll look kind of cool. I'm actually going to take a sliver off the bottom too. That's just white space. there, and that way it will have a little room in there. There we go. Perfect. Perfect. And then there's plenty of room there to write my sentiment. I think that came out really cool. And that's neat because I just happen to have the leftover. Now, the back of this is fine. I can also stamp it to and from, and then whoever receives it can use it as a bookmark, or they can use it as a gift tag. So I'm not going to stick it in there right now because, like I said, that glue is wet, but there we go. And here are the two examples that Jennifer sent me. And she put this sticker on this one here. It says you. So, and it says your kindness makes a difference. Your thoughtfulness is genuine. Your laughter is contagious. Your courage is inspiring. And she even put a little decoration here, which is kind of cool. And on this one here, it just says, enjoy your day. So you can do it like this way. And this is just abstract art. It's nothing, no actual image. You can do it either way. I'm looking. You know what I'm thinking. I'm taking Angela's mail that I'm going to mail to her. I could put this right in there. There we go. And then see, Angela will still get that piece. This piece will go right in there, just kind of as like a little hidden treasure. So these little tiny pieces you cut off your card when you're recycling it can still be used. I do want to crease this fold there. 1120. All right. There. So this card is done. I like it. That's really cute. And it would have this inside too. That is so, I love it. I love it. Okay. I wasn't too keen on this card being used for this. I didn't think it would work, but it worked out pretty good, I will say. 1120 is a great number. It's my birthday number. All right, let's go with number 1120. All right, let's go with a plural noun. We need 3 plural nouns. I had a sprinkle to attend for your cousin's 3rd baby this past Saturday. I decided to make a card an hour before the party. I was almost late because I had to clean everything up before I left. My dining room was a mess. That's, Michelle says that. Okay. And wait, I'm just reading back. Yes, 6x6 piece of paper. 6x6 papers work great on A2 size cards because you do have scraps to, like in this one, this was a 6x6 piece of paper. I had enough for this. Sometimes you could put a little piece and then there was still like this left over. And if it was decorative paper, you could put that there as well. So you can do lots of things with that. Welcome in Christine Nichols, the other Christine. A sprinkle is a small shower when you have more than one kid. I thought it was like a christening or something because they sprinkle water on the head. I just thought that like some cultures may call it that. I don't know. That's instead of a shower, it's a sprinkle. That makes sense. That's really cool. I have not heard that before. I like it. And coming in with her boogers, piercings, and nose sprays. Okay, now what? What's next? Okay, so we did the fun fold. Thank you, Jennifer. By the way, in case you weren't here for the beginning of my show, these cards came to me from Jennifer Reese. It was postmarked November 2024. The envelope was very dirty. I think my post office had it on the floor, kicking it around for a year. It's really funny. The guy at the post office thought it was really funny. He laughed about it. This would be a good card sketch too. It would have to be a scenic. I prefer it to be scenic. You have party names for everything in your family. Okay. Angie's D is driving her insane. It is doubling everything up. Well, you know what they say, what a D is, Ange. I'm going to shut my mouth now. Here's how I get kicked off of YouTube. We talk about D's. Let's see if any of these papers. These papers are adorable. These were sent to me by Susan. Phone. Oh, you meant phone. Well, you wrote your D. Sure, you meant your phone. I believe you. I am at a loss what to do with these papers. They're gorgeous. This could be a card base alone. This is a bunch of, can you hear it? Pieces that have been put together on a card base. Maybe we should make something with that. Okay, I'll keep those in mind. Let me grab my other cards here. Let's see if I have one that I could cut apart or to do something. I know but it's huge. It's a very big cardinal. I know I said I didn't have any cardinals. I didn't have any little tiny cardinals. That I don't want to cut. These are gorgeous. But it has to be something that I could cut apart. And nothing with a face. I don't like cutting faces apart. And these are gorgeous as well. And that has words. So I don't want to cut words apart like that. I don't want to cut a face apart. No faces. So no animals. No words to be cut apart. I'm not sure about a house. I'm thinking more of a scenic. I am being very picky, yes. I am being picky. I'm sorry. That is a very odd card. I'm just saying. It is like a yucca plant, I think. Yes, Destilu. I know, right? And then he's like, well, you know, it's been a year. And I'm like, I've been in here in the past year. Do not blame this one on me. I come in here at least, I mean, sometimes it's more than a month, but I have been in there since the past year. For sure. But he's like, you know, this is a year old. And I'm like, yeah, why did you take a year to give it to me? Oh, this one might work. Although this is a brand new card. I hate to cut a brand new card apart. I'm glad it came to me. Now that has horses and stuff. I don't want to cut a horse in half. I don't want to cut up a horse. I need just a... Oh, this might work. Just that. No, that's not. Still not going to be wide enough, though, if I take off the Merry Christmas. Let's see. Where are all my scenic cards, you guys? This one might work. I would kind of like it to be landscape. I'm being very, very, very picky. I know. I know, right? Pick a different sketch. All right. The problem with sketches, it's hard to do them with recycled cards unless you have the right shape. All right, Christine Nichols, have a good Christmas dinner. Enjoy. Enjoy. Oh, this is a neat double-sided thing. Let's do something with those birds. That might be useful. Maybe not a sketch, but we'll do another fun fold. We could do fun fold. What is Ann? What are you doing? Ann just shipping you somewhere. Dear, I don't know where. Her phone is making her mad. It's not De'Ara's fault. Don't ship him away. Send him on a cruise, maybe. All right. Okay. This is a fun foldy card. You know, my usual thing. Ann just trying to, Darrow, Ann just trying to butter you up now. Let me glance at these. Yeah, there's not a lot. That would be good for a small square image. Okay. Yes. She's like me and your friend now. Hug. She's hug. Oh, hug. All right. We need, whatever word it is, we need a plural noun. 3 of them, maybe. Oh, I have these red cards. Is this the right size card base for this? Is it close? It is close. I have these red. They're an odd size. They're 5 by 6.5. So that'll work. And they have matching envelopes, so I don't have to cut apart a 5 by 7. This will work perfectly. But I do need to take off a little bit. Yeah, I found these in my stash. I'm kind of decluttering my craft room. And I'm packing up things, and I'm going to bring them all back. But I found this when I was going through some of my stuff. I folded all the card bases. They were all unfolded, and this was a brand new pack. They're called Hot Hues thinkhothughes.com is where they're from. Somebody sent me these in Happy Mail, and I stuck them somewhere, and now I'm going to use them. And they are red on both sides, so, and the cardinals are red, so this is going to be perfect. Where did I score them? You mean where did I get them? Score them, you mean? They were scored. I just folded them. I'm committing a cardinal sin. Yes. Yes, sure. Oh, good. And there's a lot of white here for where that fold is going to be. But I don't want to cut too much off the top of this. Yeah, Happy Mail. I got them in Happy Mail. And I do not know who they were from. I'm going to cut as much of this off as I can off the bottom. I'm still going to have to cut a little bit off the top. Let's see if I can cut a little bit more of this off the bottom. There. And I will trim that off after. I will trim the top after. So I'm going to cut this off at just a random size, just so I have this little lip here. This little thing. Happy Mail. Right. It's just someone sends you something for the fun of it in the mail. For no reason. Not bills or... Right. Right. No bills, no jury summons. It's just mail that makes you happy. And there's going to be a little bit on this side that I will trim off as well. And then I will put this on here because I want to have this show on the inside. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to put adhesive down this edge. So 2 fun folds in a day. I think Michelle taught me this trick. I want to make sure it's lined up at the bottom and this edge. Yeah, we send envelopes full of stuff to each other. It's just kind of this thing. And I do have a lot of viewers that send me awesome things. So it could have been sent by one of my viewers. And I do not remember who sent it. This is not completely straight. But I don't think I could take it off. Maybe I could. Carefully. Yes, so both sides of the paper card. Exactly. And it's rare to recycle cards where you get this. Official name, by the way. Okay. Let's add a little more of this here. Both sides of the paper card. And it is rare to recycle a card with both sides of the paper. There. Okay, that's better. And then I will trim off that little piece across the top. I'm going to have to go a little bit smaller. And then I could leave that little red edge there. I don't think it looks bad, especially since this card, the original card, is kind of flimsy. It kind of, I don't know, I think it looks good. And then I have this scrap piece of paper to use on another project or to mat something with. So then we have this on the inside, and I'm of course going to put a piece of glitter tape down that edge. What color am I going to use? Green. This green looks pretty good. It's kind of a, I call it a pine green. That's my name. I'm making it up. It matches the pine. Are you having ice cream? Yes, you are. I don't know. Are you? Oh, no, look at this. Defective tape. Defective tape. I'm going to hang this off the side of my desk and use that piece on a different project. Is it all defective? No. Okay, good. Let me see if I can put this here. Oh, I want to put a little piece of tape here. I know this is tape here, but washi tape tends to not stick very well. It is meant to be able to be removed easily. If you're mailing something to someone, do not seal their envelope with washi tape. It will not hold up in the mail. If you want to use washi tape on it, then do what I did. Put adhesive underneath it. Cookies and cream or butterscotch. Okay, everybody put your favorite flavors in. My favorite flavor is peanut butter party. I love it. Oh, it's what you have in the freezer. I mean, you don't have your favorite ice cream in the freezer? I don't have any ice cream in the freezer. I don't like coffee either, Destaloo. We're twins that way. Your all-time favorite is Rocky Road. My all-time favorite is peanut butter party. Hostess makes one that is the Hostess cupcake, the chocolate cupcake with the cream inside. That is very good. What am I going to put on the front of this? Ooh, snowflakes. Snowflakes. Oh, I went to Dollar Tree and I got those stickers and those stickers. And I will say, I haven't been to the Dollar Tree in months. Let me just say, I am very disappointed in Dollar Tree. I don't care if I never go back to a Dollar Tree. They have very few things that are $1.25 anymore. A lot of things are $1.50, but mixed in with those things on the same shelf are things that are $3, $7, $5, $6. It has now become a very messy Dollar General. It is not a Dollar Tree. And I did go to Five Below, and I enjoyed it very much. But Dollar Tree, disappointed. I know, it's been branching out. I'm not happy about it. Not that I mind paying other prices, don't get me wrong. I don't mind paying more than $1 for something. But it's just, I don't know. It just seemed overfull crammed with stuff, messy. Yes, they're owned by Dollar General now. Well, that would make sense. Yeah, it was very cluttered and messy. Things were just like unorganized. All the different prices were mixed together. It's just, I don't know. I can see if they have a $3 section and a $5 section, but I guess nobody would shop at those sections. So they, have stuff right next to the dollar stuff. I get it. Prices are going up, but it's just the messiness and just the unorganized state of things. Yes, you hear Creighton. He's going crazy in there. I love Five Below. I hardly ever go to Five Below. Yeah, they have a pretty good selection of stuff at Five Below. And it's a little more, it's neat and organized. And yes, their prices are all over the place, but All right, let me get those words in here. Five Below has this little Stitch doll that I want so bad. I put it back. We went to Five Below in California when we were there, and I almost bought Stitch there. And then, of course, mine had it, and I'm like, I picked it up. I carried it around for a while, and then I put it back. Okay, plural nouns, teddy bears. Okay. Teddy bears. Pine needles. Okay. Pine needles. And yes, like Lilo and Stitch. And baubles. And plural noun. Now let's do 3 verbs. 3 verbs. No, it's not a voodoo. No voodoo dolls. Just the Lilo and Stitch doll. There's one where it shows his teeth. I think his teeth are cute. Because he's supposed to be mean and he's not. And I think that adds to the funniness of his teeth. I don't know. And he's holding a string of Christmas lights. And it's just so cute. I almost bought it. I don't need it for anything. So I put it back. I do have a voodoo doll, but I can't tell you what it's about. It's a sock monkey. It has the name of the person that it's meant to be, and it has pins in it. Someone I worked with gave it to me because of this corporate person that would come around, and she thought this person looked like Sock Monkey. It's on my shelf. It's like I can see it from where I'm sitting. It cracks me up. And I used to joke about it while we were working together. Whenever this person would come in and make us all mad, I would say, I need a voodoo doll. And sure enough, she got me this on my last day there, because it was when I was doing contract work. My last day there, she gave me a package. And it had the voodoo doll. She's like, I'm going to give this to you. She comes in my office. She shuts the door and she's like, I'm giving this to you in confidence. Do not show anybody. Really funny. Okay. I'm an evil person. All right, I got Happy Mail. Yes. Anyway. All right, so I'm going to leave this card as is, like that. The inside is pretty. The front is pretty. And there we go. Okay. And I had just finally seen the Stitch movie, Lilo and Stitch, when we went on our cruise on the flight to California. And it was the new one. It was the 2025 version, the, real action. I've never seen the cartoon version. And I loved it very much. I really do need to see the cartoon version. Ooh, look at this. I can make a mini card. Why does Amazon bang on the door like they are the police? I don't know. Why do they? Okay, let's cut this in half. Not cut this, fold this in half. I have a centering ruler. So let's see. 3 1/4. Yep. 3 1/4. Let me cut this at 3 1/4. Not cut this. Score this. I can't talk. Score that at 3 1/4, and then I will fold it in half. See this envelope, I mean this, oh, I can't even talk. Card base is making 2 cards. This is the piece I cut off of that other card. There we go. And that is perfect. I need to trim it a little bit. So tell me, you guys, have you seen the Lilo and Stitch movies? Have you seen both of them? Which one is better? Should I watch? I'm definitely going to, but should I watch the original? The cartoon animated version? See, I saw that live action one first. So to me, I thought it was good. I bet if I saw the cartoon one first, I may not have thought this one was as good. But I thought his teeth were so cute. His smile with the teeth. And I need to see the animated version. They did not have the animated version available on Delta. So, but I did watch the other one. Okay. So we have that. There we go. What am I going to do with this now? I have some little things. Little things. Yeah, I didn't even know there was a live action one either. But then again, I've never paid attention much to Stitch at all. I didn't know what I was missing. So here's a little stocking. There's some stockings hanging up there, but I'm not sure I like that there. These are little, oh, here's a stocking. I'm going to put it up here to cover up those little tiny ones. I will put that up there. And it looks like she has 2 little dead dolls on the floor. I need like a little box or something to go on the floor. I don't usually watch movies. I can't sit still long enough. But when I'm stuck on a plane for 4 or 5 hours or 3 hours or something, I'll watch them because I have nothing else to do. I'm a captive audience at that point. Oh, here's a gift. There might be a smaller one. Here's a smaller one. Yeah, we'll put that down in the corner. Yeah, we'll do that. I don't know about those dead dolls in the corner. That one is not lined up very good. This one is lined up better. The last movie you saw was Return of the Jedi. Back when it was out, that's a long time ago. This is a metal chomper, and I'm going to cut this little piece off. There. Let me see if I can get it a little closer. Maybe not. It's okay. The last one you saw was Wicked about a year ago. I saw Wicked on a plane, but I fell asleep. It was on my way to or from Australia. And it's a good one to go to sleep in because you could wake up and still kind of figure out what's going on. They were always singing. Every time I woke up, I'm like, oh, they're singing another song, and then I'd fall back asleep. All right. Now, DRO, I know you've seen movies recently. Yes, that's how music. That's right. They were always singing. Because you did a movie night. Or maybe you mean that was the most recent movie you've seen. You don't remember the name of the movie you saw at Desktop? Yeah, I don't know. Oh, movie in a theater. Oh, the last movie I saw in the theater? My gosh, I can't remember what that was. That was a long, 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 long time ago. I don't even watch movies on TV. Yeah, I'm the same way, Ann. I sit there the whole time I'm watching a movie. I think, oh, I could be doing this. I could be doing that. I need to go do this. I should be doing that. What am I just sitting here doing that for? I need to get up and do something. I cannot just sit. Like if I watch it at home, I can't. My brain is in a million places. But like on a plane, when I have nothing else to do and I'm stuck in this seat for a certain number of hours, then I can watch the movie. All right, so we have this. It's kind of a vintagey little card. It's just a tiny little card, but kind of cool. All right. We still need verbs for the Mad Lib. So everyone please put 3 verbs in the chat. If you would like. No pressure. No pressure. See, I have this left over from a card too. Another good background. ADHD is real. It is a thing. One of these days I'm going to do slimline cards. I'm saving them up. Although this one doesn't really have to even be a slim line, but it would be a good slim line. This I could cut that piece out. Yeah. If it's too small, and I think this is too small to mail in that size envelope, it would fit in a 3.5 by 5 envelope. It's just a little smaller than that. This I could probably, I don't know. What could I do real quick? What could be a quickie? This cat is very cute. That would fit on there. That is also cute. The doggy. All right. Let's see. Let's look at this cat. As I look at other cards, I'm terrible. That's a good size as well. Okay. Oh, you know what other card I really liked, though? I liked this one. This is a new card. All right, I'm going to put that aside. I'll put that aside and do something else with that. I'm not sure what. Thumps, long jump, and somersault. Okay. And then the last word we need, I think it's the last word, is a type of food. I'm going to do thump instead of thumps. Thump. And long jump. And somersault. Okay. Let's go with the cat. And is that the last one? Is the type of food? Yes. Type of food. Last word. I have no idea what I'm going to do with this card. Let me see. I don't have a lot of cat related things. I do have some bells. Let me give this card a trim. I'm going to trim all 4 sides because there's a couple little, as I made up the word earlier, crimpies along the sides. And let me cut this sentiment out. I could put a bow on the kitty's neck, except I don't have any ribbon. I mean, I have ribbon, but I don't know if I have ribbon of an appropriate size for a bow. Oh, I know I have little green ribbon, but I don't have it where I can reach it. I will look in my little cart here and see what I have. Like, I mostly have glitter ribbon. And that would not make a good bow. Oh wait, I might have this. What is this? Nope. That's not what I was looking for. This. I have this organza ribbon. This isn't what I was thinking of, but that will tie easily into a bow. Because the other ribbon I have is pink, and that's not going to work. Let's see if I can make this into a bow. This might not be big enough. That is not going to be big enough, but I can use that for something else. We'll see how this works. I have a little more room on this piece now. This ribbon is kind of chunky, but when it's tied into a bow, it should be okay. Let's make it nice and small. That'll be okay. Let's unravel this piece, or unbend that piece. There we go. Maybe make it a little smaller. Peanut butter pie. I feel like I've heard of clotted cream before, but I don't remember what it is. Okay, let's make this a little smaller yet. All right, let's try that. A little bit of a bow there. Okay, that'll work. I'll trim the long pieces. Cream that's what I was thinking. It sounds like cream that's gone bad. That's what it sounded like to me. I have this. I think this would be cute going across the bottom. Yeah, that for sure. Going across the bottom. I don't know who Aunt Peg is. This card is from Aunt Peg. It's a thick cream made there in Cornwall. Oh, okay. It does sound like a cream that is like curdled. That's my first thought was, it sounds like curdled cream to me. Yes, that's, I saw the lace on the ball and I thought, oh, I have this thing. That's where I got this idea from, was the lace on the ball. This is silver washi tape kind of stuff. Kind of add a sparkle to it because it's glitter. I didn't use any glitter paper tonight. Trim that little piece. Okay, we'll put that on the cat. Let me get I'll use one of these little glue dots. It'll hold the ribbon in place nicely. I'll stick it right onto the cat. There, and then I will trim this ribbon there. So the cat has some ribbon, yet it is see-through enough where it doesn't really, you know, get in the way of anything. And I have a little, where did I put my thing? Here it is. I think I have some bells. I could put up in the corner. This little bell. I think I could put that up in that corner. I don't know that I love that. I don't think I love it. I'm just going to leave it. I'm going to leave it the way it is without the bell. And I need a little piece of green or red paper to mat this on. And I'm looking around to see what I have. I don't want to cut a whole piece of big paper. I have red. It's not big enough. This piece also is not big enough. Okay. That is not big enough. Let me go get my big thing of glitter paper. I didn't bring it over. Okay. Let's see if I have one that is a good size that will work, that I don't have to cut or waste much. Ooh, that would be good. I always like to try to find one that's close in size. All right, last call for food. And then we'll read the Mad Lib. And Ange could pick one of them and put them in the chat. Scones, jams, and cottage cream is simply delicious. Okay, so it's not a yucky thing, the clotted cream. This is a little crooked. Let's see if I can get it on there a little straighter. It's not, it's not milk that has gone sour. I know. It sounds like it would be like, well, like, right, mud pie. Like, cottage cheese is like clotted cream in a way. You know, it looks like it's like curdled milk. I would expect clotted cream to look like cottage cheese. All right, so there we have that. All right. Let me pull out the cards. Ange can pick me one of the foods. We'll read the Mad Lib. My schedule this coming week is Wednesday night on Twitch. I will play Animal Crossing. And if there's enough interest, enough people, we will then play. It'll be my pre-birthday celebration. We will play Gartic Show, where I draw poorly and you have to guess what I'm drawing. But we need a clotted cream. We need several people in chat in order to play that. And then Thursday night at 8 o'clock is my birthday stream on Twitch. I will play the guitar and sing. And I have Name That Tune planned, and I have some secret songs planned. And then next week, there are no streams the week of Thanksgiving. No streams, no Monday night stream or anything. I will be back the following Monday, which I think is December 1st. Clotted cream. Okay. All right. So here are the cards. You guys let me know which one is your favorite. The little kitten. This guy, the card sketch number 7, the snowman, and this little vintagey looking thing that I just happen to have sitting on my desk. It's more like a whipped cream cheese. Okay. I liked whipped cream cheese. Oh, Christine, excellent, excellent. Happy early birthday. The snowman was fun. And it is this neat, in case you guys weren't here to see it. Hang on. It is a fun fold card. And this here tag will go right into that little piece. It can be used as a bookmark or a gift tag. And there you go. Fun, fun. Thank you, Kim. Yeah, Ange's birthday is Friday if you guys see her around in the streams. Okay, so I used this book here, The Very Mad Lib Christmas, but this is not a Christmas Mad Lib. This book has several sections in it, and one of them has to deal with birthdays. So I picked the birthday section, and I picked This Takes the Cake. So here we go. I love cake. So birthday cake is delicious, but baking one can be a crafty task. This cake requires no baking, so no loincloth is required. Ingredients are 1 whiny package instant French vanilla pudding, 3 cups unsweetened cranberry juice, 1 crochet hook full of graham crackers, 1,120 squares of unsweetened chocolate melted, 1 tablespoon of light clotted cream syrup. Prepare the instant pudding by following the directions on the mushroom. Line the bottom of a 9 by 13 inch invisible pan with teddy bears. Alternate layers of pudding with layers of pine needles. Okay. I'm terrible at reading these. To thump the frosting, add chocolate and long jump with the other ingredients. Spread chocolate on top of the graham cracker layer. Note, if the chocolate seems too autumnal to spread, microwave it for a few bubbles. Refrigerate overnight and somersault the next day. Yeah, Teddy Grahams. That's what I was thinking. But I think teddy bears. No, they must be real full teddy bears. And pine needles. Okay. That's my favorite part, is the teddy bears and pine needles. Or the invisible pan. So it must be a glass pan, right? An invisible pan with teddy bears. Alternate pudding with layers of pine needles. Don't follow this instruction, okay? And also 1,120 squares of unsweetened chocolate. That is a lot of chocolate, but you know, that's kind of the right amount, probably. All right, you guys. Thank you all so much for being here. I appreciate each and every one of you. I will be gone next Monday. I will be back December 1st. I think that's the Monday. Whatever that Monday is. I will be back then, and we'll do some more Christmas cards. It's an expensive dessert, yes. Yeah. But you know, it's a birthday cake, so it can be expensive. You know. But I will be back December 1st. Here crafting and having a blast. And happy birthday to Ange on Friday. And whose birthday is the December 1st? Christine Nichols? Somebody said they had a birthday on December 1st. I'm so bad I forgot already. I am so sorry. And happy belated birthday, Destaloo. And I will see you guys later this week, Wednesday and Thursday, if you are on Twitch. And I hope everyone has a wonderful week and happy Thanksgiving. Gobble, gobble. And don't eat too much. Or for those here in the U.S., happy Thanksgiving. That is next Thursday. So you guys have a wonderful week. I'll see you in 2 weeks. And until the next video. Oh, first of all, thank you, Angela, for picking the words for the Mad Lib and for being an awesome moderator. And also thank you, Christine, for being an awesome moderator. And I will see you guys in 2 weeks. But until the next video, you know what to do. Go get crafting. Bye.